Oh my god, did they just say I'm catching up?
Handsome sausage.
Hello everybody, we have some sausages and today we're reacting to Stray Kids FNF. We only got 2 more left in store for 5-star. Don't be disappointed if you got another album coming out. You gotta catch up. Today it's gonna be FNF video. FNF. Do you know what FNF stands for?
No.
Flora and Fauna.
What is that?
Oh, what is Flora and Fauna?
Yeah.
Oh. I was proudly revealing that I know, and you're like, "What's that?" Flora is like flowers. Fauna is all the animals, so flowers and animals.
Oh.
So I heard that Felix and Bang Chan actually wrote this song around the time of Australian fires. Yeah, around 2019, 2020 that happened, right? So they're basically dedicating this song to all the floras and faunas back home in their hometown. I believe this was shot in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah,
So,
I've been reading the comments and I could see the glimpse of it a little bit.
Is somebody living in my closet? I didn't open that. I don't know why. Anyways, so we're gonna be checking this song out. It's gonna be a very meaningful song in that sense. So we'll see how this goes.
And before that,
thank you everybody who's supporting our channel over at our Patreon page. If you want to have a say in what we react to next, get extra contents and all those lovely stuff, check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. We're reacting to Stray Kids Survival Show, Kingdom Legendary War, and all those lovely stuff. And right after this, we're gonna be checking out FNF making of video. So if you want to check that out as well, head over there, support our channel, and have fun with us together. We got an amazing community. We call them sausages.
if you want to be
Actually, maybe that wasn't a good move. Nobody wants to be sausages. Go check it out.
You know, we just did the TMT before, and it really had me an image of the same, TMT with the yellow font.
Right.
And it had the bright thumbnail with the greenish thingy.
True.
So, but then
a lot of sky.
Yeah.
And that too.
So I thought it was gonna be like pretty similar to that, but then
but given the subject matter, maybe it won't be the same vibe. But you never know how they musically
so it's gonna be different.
We'll see. 3, 2, 1, click.
I see the ashes up in the sky. 너의 목소리도 들리는 날. 널 향해 손을 뻗어봤자.
Is that? Sounds like a side chain.
Yeah, it is side chain.
Wow. Oh, okay. Oh my god, did they just say I'm catching up? Dang. It's a very interesting mix of the message and what kind of music they're using. Wow. The chord progression itself is very like a classic, like 4-chord progression. But it's really the rhythm that makes interesting accents to the song. Oh my god, and the rap, of course. This part, it's got that modern rock chord progression. Gives you that dreamy, sappy mood.
Wait, the whole Well, early verses were in English, right?
Yeah. Dang.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this was one of the songs that I kind of, because right now I know how the song was made. I was really trying to focus on like
The lyrics?
the lyrics
Yeah.
and the messages. I wasn't really able to like react to like some details of the music.
Right.
But then, I was just really focusing so much.
Yeah.
It's just,
I mean,
it
rightfully
didn't-
so. It
yeah.
makes sense to do that for this song because although I did pay attention to the music as well,
Mm-hmm.
the music itself is intentionally very simple.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of four chord
Uh-huh.
progressions that you can see in different music already. They create the accent through the typical Stray Kids
Yes.
drum pattern,
Yeah.
right? The thumpy EDM-based drum pattern that makes you want to kind of dance. But also because the chord progression is intentionally very sappy.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like a fun dance, but rather that heart beating determination, right? Like let's go, let's do this, we gotta do this type of thing. So it feels more like a proclamation or decision, or you know what I mean, rather than
true.
having fun, so, which fits with the music, especially with the.
I think it
message.
was by the chord progression that made sappy feeling,
Yeah.
feeling like you said, and then well, generally as the music by itself, it's more like a relaxed EDM. Music,
Yeah,
'cause you
yeah.
have the electric guitar with like sidechain. You said coming in with. Usually these type of music genre has a good match with the music video of vivid colors and that the ocean and greens and stuff like that. So they really did it. I don't know if it has a connection with music by itself, but although the music by itself I've found was just a bit like easygoing and going straight forward, it gave me that feeling of seriousness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah. Like even without looking at the lyrics musically too, they build that, right? Like I said, with the mixture of that chord progression and the drum beat that intensifies the situation, it's able to give you that energy.
The thing is, honestly, I tried to focus on the lyrics and the messages, but then I wasn't able to.
Oh yeah, it makes
'Cause I-
sense. It makes because there's a lot in the lyrics as well, right?
But then it still gave me that severeness, or you could say, like
Almost,
yeah.
sure. I mean,
somehow.
it's intriguing to see and hear Stray Kids music at times because now that we're following and we have been following their songs from the start for quite some time now, we are very clearly aware of like how their earlier songs are like, right? And the pattern goes generally. Not always, but generally the pattern goes that whenever they have a serious message, like something that they want to tell, their music turns into this kind of style.
Right.
And that's why their earlier songs are mostly like this.
Right.
Because back then when they're starting, they're struggling and they
right.
have a lot to say.
Right.
Everything becomes personal. And this is like a first-hand experience as a singer-songwriter, but when I'm telling a story that is too personal, for me at least, the music could suffer because I'm focused too much on the message, right? And when I say suffer, I don't mean the music is bad. I mean the music gets less emphasized in the lyrics or the message or the overall tone, that music becomes a tool to enhance that, just like here. And so what I found here is that FNF, again, is very reminiscent of their earlier songs, right? Funny enough, coincidentally, this is a very personal song and one that has to have the lyrics emphasized more than anything else, right? So I think in that regard, this song is beautifully done because not only does it help emphasize the lyrics, it actually delivers the same tone without the lyrics musically, like we just said.
Right.
But since you focus on the lyrics, we can talk about the lyrics a little bit. One thing that really touched my heart, I guess, is I'm catching up.
Yeah, well, but like, what is that about?
Okay, so the first thought, and I think there was a comment on our post somewhere on over at our Patreon page as well. I don't remember clearly what the person said. At first sight, it seems like they're saying I'm also going to die, right? And eventually. So I'm going towards that too. Don't worry, you're not alone.
Okay.
I'm going there too. That's what it feels like at first, and it makes sense too. That we're all gonna die one day. I'm slowly catching up to that point as well. But what they say is 달려가, 쫓아가, 불가능할지라도. But in English it'll be run, I'm running, chasing after it, even if it's impossible.
Yeah.
And they say that right after I'm catching up. Reading that together steers me away from that message, right? Away from that interpretation. Because death is totally possible to catch up to, right? So maybe they're catching up to something that is more impossible. Now, we could go into more detail, but I want to hear what you guys thought about the lyrics, especially that section where they say, I'm catching up, I'm running and chasing after whatever it is, even if it's impossible. So what do you think that means? I want to hear your thoughts. I probably have my own interpretations to that, but I want to talk about it because I feel like this song needs to be more talked about. I feel like it's important that we have conversation about songs like this because there's not many like this nowadays, and that's another thing about Stray Kids, right?
And that's the beauty of their songs too.
Exactly, that they have something that they want to tell with their music that is not just about woohoo or...
It's just like in movies, they have like an open ending that people could have a different opinions and different interpretations,
right,
so that
right.
some people like me would be able to learn something or
and it's about
get to know
meaningful
something.
events, right?
That's the thing.
It's
and
not just about do you think this drink is better than this drink? Like, it's not that, right? Yeah, this was a wonderful song. We got Youtiful next. We can tell now that they're really, really going heavily into that B-side mode with a collision, starting with Collision. It was like a collision into a B-side. And now we get this very personal and meaningful songs that are added in this album. I think this is wonderful. The way they structure their album is amazing.
it was like a little break.
It's a landing too. They really are landing, and I feel like Youtiful is probably for stays. I'm guessing it makes sense to be that
totally
way,
makes sense by
and ending it that way. That's totally Stray Kids, I think. And we'll talk about this once we get there as well. But if you want us to go through the 5-star album and review it in one sitting, track by track, maybe not like full reaction to all the tracks, but if you want us to go more in depth about it, things that we didn't say in the initial video, and want us to really take this album as a whole and talk to you about what we think musically and in terms of production and all that things, and even more Korean language even, then drop a comment down below. Let us know that you want it so we can plan ahead if you want it. If not, we'll go through the album and continue with replay. Either way, it's a matter of order. Let us know, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Kai.
Kwoks.
Red Velvet Nerd.
Jax.
Remory Elise.
Kyoko.
Runch Sunch.
Zuspi.
Mary Park.
Olivia Flores.
Ira. Ramirez.
Anna R.
Renok.
Elena.
Tima, parenthesis, Tima.
Min Lee,
MC.
Taylor Medeiros,
Ina Febriani Kairunisa.
Lisa Cortez,